Hi, welcome back to Dow's Homestead. I have been at it today. I don't know if you remember, but all that over there was just weeds, weeds and more weeds. And I'm out of breath. These are my flowers, my parsley, my banana tree is over there. Get you a better look at the banana tree. See? It's a banana. And these are my, starts with an E. Come on, help me out. Anyway, elderberries. Jeez, I'm tired. And I have no idea what's going on in here, but the ants are making a feast of something. And I'm not really sure what. I really can't tell what they're doing, but they're eating something, and it's not elderberries because it's not time for them yet. So I'm going to have to look that up and find out what's going on. Oh, this is where I plan on putting the tomatoes eventually. I've still got to put the dirt in, soil, excuse me, and plant. I weeded this whole arch area here. This is the old arch that was falling over, and we've got it secured with pieces of wood. And I got my dirt down, my soil down to plant. I don't know if I'm going to do cucumbers or noodle beans or what. Haven't decided yet. That's my lettuce tower and greens for the guinea pig, and the peas and so forth and so on. And the cucumbers I planted earlier. And this is the other tower. They're at Dollar Tree for $1 a piece. So for $4 you got a tower, or you can put 8 of them together and have a bigger tower. But if you do, I'd suggest drilling a hole in the center and running a piece of rebar all the way through to secure it. Otherwise it's going to fall over. They're not made like the green stalks, but hey, for $1 a piece, I can handle that. I'm poor. I have to go with what I can afford. So I made some piles of weeds all over the place. Show you my piles. I got a pile here, and I got a pile here. Weeds and bags and things. I got a bigger pile over here next to my blueberries. My blueberries are looking good. Those are my young blueberries. They won't produce until next year. And around this tree stump, I think I'm going to put tomatoes. I'm not sure. Might do sunflowers. Not really sure what to do with that. The charcoal that burnt from the wood that I used to burn here has definitely recharged with plenty of nitrogen, so it won't be stealing away from the plants. And I should be able to have some nice looking sunflowers there. But other than that, I did start working on the other side of the fence over there, pulling away the mulch and getting it ready to plant some more beans. We like our beans. We like beans in chili, and we just like beans. We like any kind of beans. This arch I haven't even begun to do anything with because it's falling over and it's not secure, and that log fell over and it used to hold it up, and it's not there anymore. So we got to redo that and reweed all this area, and that hopefully my daughter will be feeling better in a day or so and she can get out here and help me. But I planted the heart-shaped planter with flowers, and I see a couple of weeds coming up too. I've got some pansies in here and some nasturtiums and marigolds and coxcomb and a zinnia or two and some spires, spirals, spires, whatever. But they're looking good. Other than that, I got another weed pile over here and cloth down killing the weeds. And back there will be my squash where I plant that. It's a lot of work, guys. It's a whole lot of work. And I have all this clover that I'm dealing with. I've got tons of clover and tons of ferns. Ferns are everywhere. And my columbines have bloomed and just about bloomed out. And I've got more to plant. And I see weeds coming up. This is jewelweed. If anybody doesn't know what jewelweed is, this is what cures poison ivy. If you touch poison ivy and you're out in the garden and you get some on you and you know you're going to get it and it starts to itch, you just munch these up, grind them up in your hand and get the juice on your hand, and it neutralizes the reishi oil. Now the way to tell jewelweed is that water beads up on it when you put water on it. I don't know if I can do it with this little bit of water here, but okay. See how the water beads up on it? And the back side of the leaves have kind of a silvery look to them. And they get a little flower that kind of looks like a, it's a touch-me-not. It's in the touch-me-not family, jewelweed is. And it gets a little flower that looks like a little sideways trumpet, kind of like a jack-in-the-pulpit. And they're orange and yellow, freckled. And it's really great to have because, oh man, I just look at poison ivy and I get it. I am really allergic to it. Same with poison oak. And same with creeping, what is it called? Creeping myrtle. I have an allergic reaction to that. And jewelweed stops that. So it's definitely a good weed to have in your garden. I pull it every day and I still have tons of it. So I'm not worried about it. The little seed pods look kind of like radish seed pods, little flat seed pods. And when you touch them, they pop open and seeds go flying everywhere. So it reseeds itself really well. So, if anything, you want jewelweed in your garden if you have poison ivy. And the funny thing is, it usually grows close to poison ivy. Like in the woods, you'll find it growing next to the poison ivy. So you've got your poison and you've got your cure, which is nice. So anyway, man, just sitting down here looking up at the trees, the fruit trees. They're all doing so nice, looking good. And the Kalancho's looking really good. Hi, Speedy, or Smiley. Gee, I thought you were your brother. She's a nice cat. She's a fluffy cat. And she keeps her hairballs at bay. I don't know how, but she does it. She is a long-haired cat. And these will be blooming pretty soon. And these are blooming up here. Everything's kind of popping open. My irises are popping open. I have a yellow iris and a lavender iris and a white iris. And they're just getting prettier and prettier. And as I walk towards the front, the rose, one of the roses is starting to bloom. Got a red rose up there. I got so much jewelweed and stuff right in here. This is all jewelweed. And I can spray it with this Sweet William. I can spray it with white vinegar and a little bit of soap in the white vinegar, and it'll kill it back in the sun. This is a giant garlic. And it looks like the cats have been in here and broke this one off. I got a whole bunch of them out back. I'm not too worried about it. I just put things there to keep the cats happy, I guess. My foxglove is blooming. And this is a cherry. I think it's cherry. It's either service berry or cherry. I forget. It's been so long ago since I planted it. Come on, keep moving. Cat's all under my feet. That tree right there is a cranberry. And that's the wettest spot in my yard. And it's loving it. And these are the Somatis. And they are kicking it. This is where I dump all my leftover food stuff that I don't want in the refrigerator anymore. I got a little pit behind it and I dump everything there, and these things are loving it. They're just thick and getting all kinds of buds and looking good and healthy. So this one's getting ready to pop open. Isn't that going to be big? Look at that. Sorry about my dirty fingernails, but I've been digging in the dirt. So my ground ivy over there is going crazy. So I'm gonna walk back. Time to get my nicotine fix, guys. I haven't had a cigarette in probably 2 hours. That's a miracle. There's my leaning tree. That's my widowmaker. And the irises are enjoying the air flow underneath. But yeah, that thing's gonna come down one of these days and smush me. I can feel it coming. One of those things, you don't want to get the chainsaw out and try to cut it because it can swing down and really smash you. Because it's probably an 80-foot tree. Those are my potatoes. They're looking mighty fine. And in the greenhouse, I still have all these tomatoes to go out. And lettuce and stuff. I just got to get out there, and tomorrow I'll be able to, because I've cleared out a lot of space and weeded a lot of areas, so I'll be able to get out there and plant all my goodies. I got these hardening off here, and those are nasturtiums. And there's my walking onions, Egyptian onions. Aren't they weird looking? But they definitely walk. They go all over the place. And my asparagus patch is back there at the end of the strawberries. And my peonies, this one will be blooming pretty soon. Looks like it's going to have three or four blooms on it. These are cherries here. These are Hanson cherries. And this is a Hanson cherry that I didn't think was going to make it, but lo and behold, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's making cherries. So, yay. That's a butterfly bush. And this thing, I have no idea what it is, but I planted it. I bought it. It must be something good. I'll figure it out when it blooms or does what it does. But anyway, that's it for my tour for today. You can see the horseradish back there, right next to the blue thing on the back side right there. That's horseradish, big clump of it. And the white material over there is covering my peppers to kind of give them a little shade in the dead of the afternoon, which they haven't needed because the sun hasn't been too bright, so no problem there. My peat moss, my bucket, my tools, My curry knife. Love that thing. I wouldn't trade it for 10 hatchets. It's a good little tool to have. It's got measurements on it. So, I don't know if you can see it, it's pretty dirty. But, let me rinse it off a little bit here. I think it goes up to 6 inches or something. So if you need to bury something 6 inches, you know how deep you are. I don't know if you can see it or not. Yeah. And it's got a serrated edge on one edge and then a straight edge on the other. And it's curved. And so it's a great tool for digging and cutting and chopping. And I really need to wash it off completely. I really had it muddied up. Oh goodness. I have worked myself to death today, guys. I'm feeling better, but the reason being, they gave me steroids. I had 4 yesterday and 4 today, and I have 4 tomorrow, and then 3 for 2 days, and then 2, I don't know. I have to look at the bottle. Anyway, I am feeling better. They said I had bronchitis, so I guess I'll live. So I'll see you guys later. Bye for now.